Faith Watchers, welcome back to Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our special feature today, which is titled Swing into Romance. You can actually find this film streaming right now for free on YouTube. But first, let me tell y'all what this film is about. A dancer pairs with an unlikely partner entering a contest to save her family's general store. Now, my watchers out there, okay, we got to be searching for the faith in here. But yes, I so enjoyed this film for many different reasons, all good, of course. But if you want to, we are already in that fall season right now, and if you're feeling like that, just getting ready for Thanksgiving right around the corner, and just all the festivities that are literally just right there at arm's reach. You can practically look around the corner and see that they are there. And this film is going to get you in that mood because it's so much fun. Like, seriously, especially if you are like me, you enjoy not only a romantic story, but also like dance. And therefore, and just this particular form of dancing is very interesting. It's not something that I personally would be like, oh, I would love to try that. But I do think it is fun, especially if you know someone special in your life who it may have an interest in this and just want to try something different. I feel like, yes, swing dancing and different things like that would be kind of cool just to say that you experienced it. And so that's why I really enjoyed that, because I do enjoy, that's what I really love about films. Stuff that you may have never experienced or even thought about. You can kind of get be an eyewitness into it all and kind of see if, is this something that I may want to try? Oh, that looks fun. A different thing, just bring it into your reality. And that's what I felt like I went into it watching this. Here we meet the beautiful Christine here, played by Danica, who I just really enjoy as an actress. I feel like she is one of those familiar faces that we tend to see when it comes to family films, that Hallmarkish, realm. She's in holiday films. She is kind of like that face, like I said about Candace Cameron Bure, like in certain faces that are just like you associate with this particular genre, and she personally is a part of that. And so just to know a little bit about her backstory as far as her as the actress, knowing that she's very good at math, she is about education and different things like that, and has a whole nother different thing outside of acting that she does do, encouraging kids to be more educated, especially when it comes to math and different things like that. So just seeing her in her element when it does come to acting is just almost like a treat. She does have that about her, that a loveliness about her that makes her so likable. Like right away when once she appears on the screen, you automatically feel safe with her. You feel like this can be your friend, your best friend, or probably want to have a best friend like this. She tends to play characters like this, and the character Christine is very likable. And you automatically feel for her because the film opens up with her dancing with her dance partner who has been dancing with her for years. They are professional. They compete professionally, and you can tell that they are very good. They have won many awards. And this particular scene where it opens up at the beginning, you see that chemistry. You see something there that is like, wow, I would really like to know their backstory. But I do enjoy seeing them on the dance floor. That's how you tend to look at that as the viewer. However, when this thing happens, that connection breaks with these two dancers, which you're not going to get into because I try to stay, keep it spoiler free. When you see that connection is broken, it's like something inside breaks this character, Christine. It is not simply just the dance in itself that went wrong, but something even more that we just can't see. Possibly her spirit has been broken in this moment, and some part of her stayed on that dance floor. It stayed in that moment that changed the rest of the course of her life. And then the film picks up with her years later has passed, and you're wondering when years later has passed and you've seen that connection broken prior, and you're like, I wonder where this person is going to end up. How is she doing? How is she feeling? Is she still connected to her dance partner in some shape or form? You're wondering all of this as the film, picks up in the future some years later. And you see how she's doing, she's adjusting like most people do. Well, the most people who have been graced enough to pick up the pieces and go on with their life. But sometimes it appears that people have picked up the pieces, but and the inside, when no one's looking, they're still in that place where everything was broken. They never really left that spot. They're still battling with that. It just appears that before people and audience that everything is okay, they moved on with their life. And so I'm wondering, as the viewer, which one is Christine here? Is she the one that just kind of said, you know what, that was a loss and I'm going to count it as an L and keep on going and I'm in a good place right now, I really have moved on? Or is she is not there? And I can tell that she hasn't been dancing for years, and I wonder if that's a good thing or is it a not so good thing? Is it something that you're running from, or is it something that you feel like that's, you know, that was then, this is now? Sometimes we grow out of different things that we used to like when we were much younger, when we were children, and we grow from that. We grow out of, you know, and move on. And so I'm just wondering all these different things. And forgive me if you all feel like, okay, beloved, are you being a little long-winded here? But hey, get over it, because I am walking you through my thoughts as I am watching this film. So yes, my reviews tend to be a little bit more, I guess, in detail than a person may think that they should be. But that's my whole point, because y'all are family here. And so I'm like, I try to do my reviews, our little hangout time as such, where you feel like literally this is your sister beloved here, and we are talking and we are having a deep conversation and meaningful conversation here, because that's how serious and how much my passion is for storytelling. So yes, I had to swing myself. I just feel like I had to do that in that moment. But picking up back to the story here, yes, that's what I'm wondering with Christine. And I love the fact that we get to see a little bit of her backstory here, that she does come from a two-parent household. Her parents have been married for many, many years. They live in this small town, and I just love that. I just love the whole small town feel, and everything is so festive. All these fall beautiful leaves and all their little festivities like pumpkins and different things that put you in the mind of autumn, and I love that. And this town seems to go all out, and her family home is just like that. It's like almost walking into this beautiful, colorful, like festive forest, and I really enjoy that. Just the scenery alone just keeps me glued to the screen, and I'm just like, wow, this is just so beautiful to behold, and it helps me stay engaged in the story as well as engage with the characters here. And so Christine finds out a lot of different things weren't what they appeared to be as far as her family here, because when she does go back home, like I said, and it picks up in the future, she seems to left her passion, dance, behind. She has gone to college. She has got her degree in business. So she's helping her family out. She's working in a general store, and she seems at peace. She seems comfortable. This is home for her. And I feel like she's still kind of adjusting to different things that she may not want to revisit. However, when she learns some information that she was not privileged to, that her family is in a little bit of a financial crisis, and this store has become a part of not only her family history but the town's history. So she is thinking, I have to do whatever I can to make sure my parents do not lose this general store, whatever it takes. And she's trying to come up with all kind of different things, and she ends up being approached by her best friend, who still is a dancer. Well, she is a dance teacher and has a dance studio, and lets her know that this competition is coming up. And the big deal about this competition is it comes with a bit, the reward, the prize is a huge sum of money, and that seems to catch Christine's attention. She is like, as much as she didn't want to revisit this place, it has become more of a hurtful place for her, a place that just totally just stolen her dreams in a sense. How could your dreams actually steal your dreams, you know? And that seems like what she seems to be battling in this moment. But just that love for her family and the love for her family's store, their legacy here with this general store and the whole town in itself, that encourages her that maybe it is time to go back and face what she lost and what she was running from. She hadn't seen her partner in years, and lo and behold, he pops up around this same time. So that right there is like, whoa, what is going on? What we doing here, God? What we doing? But that is something that I really thought about, and I'm just like, it's something, you know, when you go through heartbreak, heartache in whatever area that may be, whether it's something that you tried with your dreams and it just didn't work out, whatever the case may be, that just left you kind of shattered, that stolen a piece of you went away with whatever that was holding you. and you thought that was going to work out for you. It's amazing how you always tend to be faced with, especially in films, that opportunity to go back. And not that you can change what has happened, but I guess it's to go back and face it, because otherwise you're going to be stuck. And I think most people feel like it is best to just not revisit those places again. As almost if you do, you're going to end up stuck. But I think in a lot of cases, especially in this film in particular, not to say don't apply this to your situation now, okay? We still in the world of fiction, all right? But in this particular story with Christine, I feel like that was her mindset, to not revisit that place, to move on totally and completely. But when the opportunity came, where she was forced to just face this thing that just broke her, I feel like that was her moment to really get unstuck. She needed to face that. She needed to face it and see that it really wasn't not only that it wasn't what you thought it was, but also sometimes that was never God's plan for you anyway. However we even got on the path to begin with, sometimes that was never God's best for you. Yes, it was a good plan. It was a good dream in your eyes and in the eyes of other people who thought that, wow, you two are doing amazing on that dance floor and even off the dance floor. But was that God's best? And it just makes you face that question. Like, sometimes good isn't always good for you. Yes, it may be a good thing, but it may not be a good thing for you. Sometimes we really have to come to terms with that instead of just being so quick to move forward with what we think is good. Like, take that moment and ask God, invite him into that situation, because you could be saving yourself a whole lot of pain, a whole lot of heartbreak, and a whole lot of years and time that you just can't get back. You can't get back those things, that all that time that went into you on a path that you didn't have no business on to begin with. And sometimes, most of the times, that path don't even look like it's something wrong with, because somebody else may take that same role and end up in an amazing place, but somehow it just didn't work out for you. And I feel like that was the thing here in this film with Christine that she had to face. And when she did face it and let it go and was totally free of that and was able to be herself again, to pick up those pieces and be mended, allow God to mend her heart, she saw how beautiful life could be and how beautiful life really is now that you are back where you supposed to have been originally. And so I just thought all of that was just amazing, and it was such a reminder, especially us as believers, as faith watchers here, that we can get so excited about something that we came up with ourselves. And when you think back and you look back on those moments and you ask yourself, where did you invite God into that situation? Where was he in all of this? And then you will find, you know what? I think that was all me. No wonder it went the way that it went. And so all of this, and y'all may be like, beloved, aren't you reading a little too much into this? No, I am not, because that's what this channel is about. Although we're having an amazing time watching movies, television shows, and all this good stuff. But that's why we faith watchers. We're looking for that in every story, because we need to take something away from a feeling. You don't just be entertained by something, okay? You take away different lessons and different things that remind you of the word of God, that was really the word of God. It's just saying it in another way for the understanding, for the majority, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I really enjoyed this film. I try to say word love like that, okay? You're not supposed to love the world in a sense like that, okay? Well, y'all know what I ain't gonna get up to all that. But anyways, this film was delightful. Such a fun ride that I went on here. And yes, another character who also is in the midst of the story. Well, her partner, let me say his name. His name is Alex, her dance partner, who the movie starts off with. And they went on this whole journey. And y'all gonna get to see all of that. And the other guy who she kind of meets many, many years later is Matthew. Yeah, that's his name. And he's just a delight. Like, seriously, y'all. And he has a little girl, Taylor, who is precious and adorable. And they're adjusting because they have gone through a loss not that long ago. And yeah, you find yourself on these paths. However, God just bring it all together. But with all of that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into our scripture book. Let me remind y'all of this, okay? Y'all remember I said in the video that I was gonna start a new segment titled family Kickback Fridays, and yesterday was Friday, and we actually had our first live, and we talked about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and different aspects, all that good stuff. And that is available for you all to watch if you didn't get a chance to join me last night. But I want to encourage you, this y'all can hang out sometimes, okay? It's all right. It is okay to show up to support and just have a good time in the Lord. It's always a blessing. All right, so I want to encourage you and remind you of our family Kickback Fridays. And I know I said, depending on how it turned out on yesterday, was going to determine how I was going to proceed forward. And then I realized that I cannot be basing stuff off of y'all. Okay, if you show up, great. If not, great. I know who always show up, and that's who it's about. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get to the word here, and we're coming out of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1, and it reads, "A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, loving favor rather than silver and gold." Once again, this film is titled Swing Into Romance, and you can find it streaming right now for free on YouTube. Please remember to leave your thoughts, your prayers, your overall take in the comment section below, because I do read them all and I do enjoy hearing from you. And until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.